Hello everybody, I'm Storm here. Welcome back to Final Fantasy XVI. Last episode we covered a lot of ground. We fought our way through the rubble of Twinside, fighting through all kinds of various fallen remnant creatures. We got to the council chambers and met Mother and Olivier and had to fight Bahamut alongside Phoenix, finally, Joshua. Big ol' epic fight. And it was pretty clear that Mother's nuts. But after the fight with Bahamut, Dion, now kind of back to his senses a bit, destroyed Olivier, which was evidently some kind of construct or something of Ultima that was basically exerting influence over Sam Breck. And then her mother killed herself. So, good riddance, I guess. So, now we're back at the hideaway. Joshua is recovering. I have no idea what happened with Dion, if he's still breathing or not. There's Jill. So we now need to get caught up and see what's going on. So what's Jill have to say?
It will take time to come to terms with everything that happened in the Dominion. But time is the one thing we always seem to lack.
All right. Well, let's hit up everything. Blackthorn, looks like you got some new stuff. Oh yeah, and we picked up Bahamut's powers. So I went ahead and off-screen swapped out Ramuh's powers for Bahamut's. Brightburn.
Should last you a good while. That it? Fine.
All right. Karen?
It's a dangerous world out there.
All right. You have anything interesting? Doesn't really seem like it. Some orchestrion rolls. They're kind of silly expensive.
You'll not find a better price than that. It'd better all be here. You'll not find a better price than that.
Replenish my stock. Alright, looks like we have more hunts. We have more stuff over here.
Did you see that? Tell me you saw that.
Well, we'll have to take a look. The Magath brothers, the Ten of Clubs, Breaker of Worlds, Ruin Reawakened. Well, we will keep our eye out for those things. Desiree?
I wasn't expecting you back so soon.
Got anything interesting? A light from the heavens. High Cleric's
earned this.
Medallion.
Come again. I may have more for you.
So, the High Cleric's Medallion does what? Increases the healing potency of high potions by 25%. You know what? I'll go ahead and use that. Sure. Oh, right. I should probably just take a look at that. So I haven't added anything. I did reset everything from Ramu's tree because we're not using it at the moment. I want to try these two out before I decide to invest in anything. And I could max that out. You know what? Let's go ahead and max that out. Well, no, it wasn't maxed out. Okay. Then we'll see what we're going to do there. Goat.
Here you go.
So I guess we have more stuff somewhere? In the Dalmekian Republic,
Seen
we've got a
enough?
bunch of side quests. Very well, but we'll talk to Otto first.
Otto, how fares the realm?
The realm? Oh, she's just fine. As long as you look past the fat storms out mother crystals and her skies are a roiling cesspit.
And Gav?
He's with your uncle in the Free Cities, helping Mid with her project. Sent an owl their way the moment the winds turned foul. Still waiting on a reply, though.
Do you have any good news?
Well, that depends on your definition of good.
All right, fine. What do you suggest we do?
Oh, no, I'm just a messenger. I leave the scheming to those more suited to the task. Could be that Lady Vivian and Old Tomes have their own thoughts on the current state of things. Could be that they don't. It certainly can't hurt to ask.
I suppose not.
I figured. Maybe swinging by the both of them. All right, Vivian's right here, so we might as well talk to her first.
How is it that every one of your little excursions presages some inexplicable catastrophe? Not that you are to blame for the Dominion's fate. No one could have predicted the actions of the Crown Prince.
I'm sorry I couldn't save your home.
My countrymen are stronger than you think. A few toppled clock towers won't break their spirits. They'll be back on their feet in no time.
I hope so.
Look at us. Bluer than a pair of bog crabs. Tempting though it may be, sulking will not help us find a solution to this mess.
You believe there's one to be found?
I don't know. But I am certain we're more likely to find it if we first examine the facts.
Beneath
All right,
these
so where we
darkened
at?
skies, fear and confusion reign over Valisthea. Oh, the lands around the fallen mother crystals had already begun to wilt for want of ether. But not like this. Crystals that filled wells and fueled furnaces, now nothing but pretty shards of rock. And those that hang from the people's necks cast nary a glimmer of light to keep the dark at bay. It is only a matter of time before the common folk convince themselves that the end of days is upon us. Yet I fear a swift end is more than we can hope for. While most of the world thirsts for ether, the remainder drowns in it, spawning Akashic in droves. And amidst the hordes of mindless beasts, with magics as like to fail as function, even the strongest nation would falter. Rosaria and the Iron Kingdom teeter on the brink of collapse, while the tragedy in Twinside has all but paralyzed the Holy Empire. Dalmekia fares little better. Rumor has it the ministers fled the capital after the fall of Drake's Fang, leaving their beloved republic to crumble. Waloed, meanwhile, moves in earnest. The Einherjar has been sighted off Storm. The world, in short, is in chaos. It would seem our civilization was nothing but a castle of sand, to be washed away at the whim of the waves.
So now we're seeing ether floods all over the place.
A castle of sand.
Not my best flourish, but it seemed fitting. The reports I've received are considerably more blunt in their appraisal. Without the protection of their nations, it will fall to the people to defend themselves against those who would take what is theirs.
Which is only ever going to end one way.
Defending a farmhouse against a band of chocobo thieves is one thing, but pitchforks and palisades will do little to stall an army's advance. Should the King of Waloed deign to invade, there would be none to stop him.
None but us.
Yeah, a set of icons can do a lot of damage. Alright, tomes.
Will we ever see the sun again? It seems
And to deal with Ultima.
Is a storm coming soon?
Let me guess. You're here about the skies.
Is there anything you don't know, Lawsman?
It doesn't take a court astrologer to augur the obvious. As for what has disturbed the heavens, that, I believe, is a question the Fallen might be better placed to answer than I. And on the 6th day did the gods tear the sun from the firmament, visiting darkness upon their prideful sons and daughters. But I dare say you remember your childhood lessons on the sins of Zemeckis only too well.
You think they're connected? That Ultima was one of the gods responsible?
Well, he has certainly exhibited powers that we mortals would associate with the divine.
There is nothing divine about him.
But he wouldn't be the first god of whom that could be said, now would he? Yet for all the fairy tales that tell of the sins, there is almost nothing in the way of actual historical accounts. Had I the Journal of Moss the Chronicler, I may have been able to tell you more, but alas, I fear all remaining copies have been lost to time. You will forgive me, I hope?
Certainly not. Because there is nothing to forgive. Even without this journal, you've provided us ample wisdom. And we will always be grateful for it. Perhaps Otto will be more inclined to share his thoughts when he hears what the others had to say.
Knowledge hoarded is knowledge lost. I have compiled some new entries, if you would like to see them. I have quite the find for you today.
All right.
If you have a question for
those
me,
are all the new
I
entries.
should be happy to answer it.
Primogenesis. A spell cast by Ultima that casts a roiling pall over all of Valisthea. Okay. Don't know what it is.
Did you learn everything you needed?
I was wondering if there's any more information in there, but... Not sure what that is. Alright. Speak with Otto. once we have a quest to head out, then we'll go do the side stuff. Ah, Jill's here.
Clive, we have a problem.
Only one. That would be a first.
It would. Actually, there are 3. We had as many owls arrive while you were at the shelves. Martha's got a Akashic out her gates, and talk of monsters roaming the hills outside of Northreach has put the wind up Isabel and her lot.
And don't forget Dalimil. Lubor says the village was raided by bandits.
When it rains...
It fucking pours. The curse breakers are spread thin, taking stock of the damage in the Dominion. And even if I could get word to all of them, I doubt they'd get here in time to make any real difference. Which means... there's only 2 people who can.
Jill and I.
Let them know we're on our way.
All right. Well, as I was saying, we have missions to do. And we also have some side quests. Bucklad. Let's go take care of those first. Because the other urgent ones can wait.
What's happened?
All right.
Pardon me, but would you happen to be a fighting man, perchance?
I do happen to be.
That well-notched steel and impressive physique. I have need of a sword for hire, and yours looks to be a weapon well worth the coin. Might you be convinced to offer me the use of those formidable arms?
How exactly do you intend to use them?
Well, being something of a scholar of Zemeckis history, I wish to investigate the ruins near the city. And I require a rugged companion, lest I find myself waylaid by ne'er-do-wells or the beasts said to roam the area. Should you accept, you will not only earn yourself material wealth, but partake of the true treasure that awaits us there. The rich and storied history of Zemeckis. Well, were you ever party to a finer proposition?
All right.
My arms are
Sure.
yours.
Wonderful. Then come. We must away.
But where are we going?
Along the old Zemeckis Road, and from there, onward to discovery. Quickly! There is not a moment to lose.
Wait.
Well,
With your ne'er-do-wells.
we'll go see what else there is to do around here first.
I'd better make sure he doesn't get himself killed.
All right. Beta?
I see you've been of some assistance to Eloise. Perhaps you can extend me the same kindness?
Perhaps. What would I be doing?
Finding someone. You see, I've been having trouble with thieves, and despite the many pains I've taken, I can't stop them from rummaging through my packs. I was griping about my lot to a friend of mine a few days back, and he offered to track the culprits down. Now, Joseph's a sellsword, and a good one at that. But he's been gone days, and I'm beginning to fear the worst.
Any
All
idea
right.
where his search for the
Sounds
thieves
good.
might have taken him?
The old Zemeckis Road, perhaps? He doubted they would be fool enough to linger here in Bucklad. Joseph's lived a hard life. Made him grey long before his time. I just pray he hasn't been killed over a few sacks of grain.
I can't imagine there are too many grey-haired sellswords around. Hopefully someone will have seen him.
All right. Well, that seems to be heading in the same direction as the other one, which is good. And then last one is over this way.
Who needs a porter when there's no...
Do you have any fresh water?
Now I just
Yeah,
need
we're all
see
going to have
about
to figure
getting
out
the
how
word
to
out.
deal without the crystals. Andre?
I want to know right away.
Bad news.
Good, actually. Something worth celebrating for a change. Only trouble is, the serving girl's still new to the job, so I can't leave her while I go and invite those I'd like to celebrate with.
What exactly are you celebrating, if you don't mind me asking?
I've come by a particularly fine bottle of red. A Gotan 66, no less. Gotan Rouge is the only good thing to have ever come out of the Empire, and most wouldn't part with a 66 if you held a knife to their throats.
So I've heard.
Oh, so you know of it then? Clearly you're a gentleman of taste. A gentleman who might sympathize with my predicament, perhaps? Would you pass the good news to a few friends of mine? I'll give you a little something for your time, of course.
Sounds
all right,
enough.
then.
So you'll do it? Marvelous. Thank you. You won't need to go far. All three of them should be right here in the market. There's Aldrich the porter, Milan the butcher, and Bolek, a guard over at the north gate. Three of the finest fellows in Boklad, if you ask me. Tell them to come to the tavern when they finish for the day. Stop by again when you let them know, and I'll give you your little something.
I'll be right back.
All right, then. That sounds like what we're going to do first. We're going to play Messenger Boy. All right, here's Aldrich.
I've been asked to find Aldrich, the porter. I don't suppose that's you, is it?
That's me right enough. You need something delivered?
The innkeeper sent me. He said there's a cup of Gotan 66 with your name on it when you're done for the day.
A 66? Look at me. If he's just got hold of it now, it must have been in the crates he had me carry down from Sanbrek.
From the Empire to Boklad. You must be a braver man than most. That's a treacherous route to the best of times.
Such is the porter's lot. There's not a patch of storm these feet haven't traipsed across. It's Oriflamme one day, then off to Canva the next. The farther you're willing to go, the fatter the purse. Which is why there's no shortage of competition for some of the longer routes. I'd say I've done enough for today to earn myself a cup of something tasty. Thanks for letting me know.
All
Needs
right.
a porter when there's nowhere left to go.
Please, a piece of fruit.
All right, here's our other one, Milan the butcher.
Milan, the butcher.
That's me. What can I do for you?
The innkeeper's just had a special delivery. He thought you might like to join him for a cup of wine after you pack up for the day.
He knows me only too well. And I've got a ham here that will go handsomely with a nice drop.
Wine and ham to spare. Boklad clearly isn't suffering then.
Comes with being the place everyone has to pass through to get to everywhere else. Those who travel the Crystal Road bring all manner of goods with them. We get meat from Sanbrek, herbs from Rosaria. Why, sometimes we even see curiosities from across the Narrow. Or rather we did, till not so long ago. These are lean times, and even Boklad isn't the bustling trading post it once was. Still, there's no point dwelling on it. Better to live life while you can, eh? And on that note, it sounds like there's a cup of wine needing my attention.
You'll buy something, won't you?
All right.
Please. You've raised the price.
A little bit of an update on the state of things. And Bolek.
I'm looking for Bolek. I was told he'd be guarding the gate.
Well, you found him. You're not here to enlist, I take it?
The innkeeper sent me. He's just taken delivery of a rare vintage, a Gotan 66. He thought you might like a cup.
I've never said no to a goat hand. I'm not about to start now. Thanks for letting me know.
You must be a busy man.
No one's making for the refugee camps anymore. Not after what happened in the Dominion. Meaning, they linger here instead. I spend more of my days moving beggars along than I do manning these gates. What gets to me are the gangs that prey on the poor sods. As if they haven't suffered enough. Some days you can't help but wonder what the world's coming to. You know what? That wine's sounding better by the moment.
Well done. I wonder if the innkeeper might spare a cup of that wine.
What do you want from me?
All right.
I haven't sold anything in days.
These pears are...
I'll report back to the innkeeper. And we'll make our way.
Please, a piece of fruit.
In the other directions.
Do you have any fresh water?
All right, job's done.
I spoke to your friends. They'll be along soon.
That's fantastic news. Thank you kindly. It's been a while since we all sat down together. And the way I see it, that wine is as much theirs as it is my own.
How so?
Well, I wouldn't be serving anything but slops without Aldrich to go and fetch the good stuff for me. And then there's Milan, who always sends customers my way. And Bolek, an even-handed keeper of the peace, if ever there was one. Those three are the backbone of Boklad. Lose any one of them, and the market would soon fall apart. And without the market, I wouldn't have a single customer. I'd say that's worth a bottle of 66, wouldn't you?
And more besides.
Everyone needs a shoulder to lean on. Be they world-weary innkeepers or brooding swordsmen. Right. I'd better prepare for my guest's arrival.
I hear you had me carrying a bottle of Gotan 66. If I'd have known, I would have sold the thing and lived like a lord. I'll settle for a cup, though, if you're in a sharing mood.
A Gotan 60 bloody 6. Just as well I had something special of my own set aside.
A bottle between the four of us might not be enough to drown our sorrows, but it can't hurt.
Here they are, the 3 pillars of Boklad. Sit yourselves down, gentlemen. The woes of the world may be monstrous in many, but there's nothing like a few good friends to keep the misery at bay.
Never a truer word spoken.
All right. Well, that's done. All right, let's go track down the others.
Do you have any fresh water?
$50 yards.
I wouldn't give for a hot meal.
When are they gonna let us through?
All right, refugee.
What do you want? I've no coin on me.
Just information. Has a sellsword passed through here? Grey hair.
Now you mention it, there was a young man with salt in his mane sneaking around out there a while back.
Which way did he go?
How am I supposed to know? Buggered off down the road, I expect. Now why don't you do the same and leave me be?
Anything interesting in here? No.
Why am I not surprised?
All right, we got some bandits. Ne'er-do-wells. All right, let's just see how this is. That lasts a while. Alright, how does this work? Ah, I see. Let it charge up and then release it. Alright.
Are you hurt?
Happily not, good sir. Thanks to your timely intervention. More importantly, we have arrived. Now, feast your eyes upon the marvel before us. Ruins, a relic of the fallen civilization. A sight so common that man is oft blinded to its wonder. Colossal vessels, dashed from the very heavens. Airships, we call them, with very little thought to what wonders such a word might describe. Oblige me if you would. Does anything strike you as peculiar about this particular specimen? Though we ourselves find fallen ruins to be nigh indestructible, whatever gouged the final sin from the rock cleaved clean through the structure you see before you. A tantalizing mystery, no doubt, but merely one of countless enigmas in which Zemeckyan history is steeped. Come, good sir. Our expedition continues, and we still have much to learn.
He's passionate. I'll give him that.
So are these things all airships? Then we have some harpies. No problem. Another refugee.
We don't want any trouble.
Neither do I. I'm looking for someone. A grey-haired mercenary.
Well, we haven't seen him.
Yes, we have. We saw him climbing up the rocks. Those ones, over there.
Maybe he found his thieves.
Mum won't let me near them. She said there's goblins up there, and that they eat little boys for dinner.
Shush now. You've said quite enough already.
I only told him what you said.
I'd listen to your mother if I were you.
Alright, well, let's head over there. Ah, I see the Mega Flare gauge. Missed that before.
Did Joseph's thieves really lug their stolen wares all the way out here?
Ah, they are goblins.
I think we found our thieves. They don't look happy to see me.
Or just wait. Alright, one. Unleash it. And that is a long wind-up. This goblin has a lot of health. come on. Enemy bested. Just the one goblin?
Let's get this over with.
Stop! Don't kill him, he's just protecting his home.
Joseph? So the boy was right.
I don't know you.
Your porter friend sent me to find you. She was worried you might have got yourself killed.
Have I been gone that long? It wasn't hard finding the thieves. The problem was knowing what to do with them when I did.
I take it things are more complicated than they appear.
I'd all but ruled out bandits before I even left the market. You know why that is? Because our thieves had no interest in gold or gems, or anything they couldn't eat for that matter. Add to that the rumors of goblins in the area, and the mystery practically solved itself. I soon found their cozy little homestead and all the missing food. I launched myself at them, full of righteous fury, but their leader was the only one who moved to meet me. The others, they huddled around that food, ready to die protecting it. They stole because it was that or starvation. I've been there myself, back when times were hard.
So you spared them? And earned their trust into the bargain by the look of it.
These goblins aren't native to the area. They don't know how to survive such barren lands, so I've been teaching them. And once they've learned to hunt and forage, they won't be fool enough to risk their necks in Bocklad.
I'm impressed. I didn't know goblins could be reasoned with.
Do me a favor. Let the porter know I'm safe. I'll head back to the market once my work here is done. Oh, and don't mention the goblins. I don't want people coming here brandishing pitchforks. Not now this lot have sworn off thieving.
Your secret's safe with me.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right. Oh, that turned out well. And I could grab ambrosia, but you know, the place we're looking for is right there. Oh, more goblins.
All right then. Who's first?
I guess these ones are not so friendly.
Fire and flame!
Trying to get used to the Bahamut abilities. I have to try the other one. I'm not so sure about the flamethrower one. I mean, it's nice, but
That would not do. That would not do at all. Not when such majesty stretches out before us. Behold, the final sin in all its glory. As Moss tells us, a battle was fought here in ancient times. A battle of such ferocity that it tore a great crater in the very land upon which it was waged. In reaching for their holy sanctum, did man enrage the gods, and great was the vengeance that was rained down upon him. Alas, the full truth of the matter is lost to time, though I live in hope that I might see it discovered. But we must not dwell upon such things. There is more yet to see. Onward. History awaits.
All right, well, I guess this isn't finishing up anytime soon. And I'm kind of out of time, so what we'll do is we'll go ahead and end the episode here. Actually, let me just switch over to abilities. What is this one? Multiple light aspected familiars that attack any enemy on which Clive uses magic. That's interesting. Let's give it a shot. Satellite. Alright, we'll go ahead and stop here for now. So, we will pick these quests back up when we come back and then see what's going on in other areas. But for now, hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead and like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you next time.